I'm putting this comment on screen so I don't have to read the whole thing out, but basically they're accusing me of reflexively being negative about sexuality and character design and calling sexualized character design bad without examining my biases or the reasons why a character might be sexualized. They also say some weird shit about females being visibly biologically feminine, but for the purposes of this response, I'm just gonna ignore that cringe bullshit. Say hello to one of my favorite female character designs in League of Legends, Evelynn. Why is Evelynn one of my favorite female character designs in League of Legends? Because her design tells her story. Evelynn is a demon of pain. She feeds on pain and suffering in her victims, and what she has figured out is that in order to make her victims feel the deepest, most horrifying pain possible, it is advantageous to take them first to the very heights of physical ecstasy. Therefore, she has become a succubus demon, a seductress, someone who uses sex and sexuality to seduce her targets, take them right up to the edge of ecstasy, and then at the moment of the peak of their pleasure, she destroys them, tears them apart, torments them for all of the pain and suffering that they're worth. Her character design thus deals with a bunch of themes around BDSM and the interplay between pain and pleasure when it comes to human sexuality. And her character design tells you that just by looking at it. Her main body is hypersexualized, right? Like, she's functionally naked. She's wearing this barest implication of, like, a shadow bra. Basically, you can see her entire crotch. The thighs are out. She's got this demon skin imitating, like, long boots. She's got the lips. She's got the sultry, smoldering eyes underneath the shadow. She's got, like, the long claws that have that slightly erotic quality to them. Contrasting with that, there's also a hell of a lot of sharpness in her character design, a lot of edges, a lot of points, and of course, she has the lashers, these things that come out of her back and which are prehensile and serpentine and which can snake around. You can practically imagine these things creeping up behind someone who's fixated on Evelynn's near nudity and sexuality in order to stab them in the back and murder them. You get the interplay between sexuality and lethality, pain and pleasure. It's right there on display in the character design. The criticisms that I make of LeBlanc's character design is that I question whether sexualization, sexuality, beauty in the way that it is presented in her base form and her skins is the most useful way to portray the character. Whether this presentation does the best job of telling you who the character is and what the character is about. I don't think it does. But if you're coming at me telling me that I don't think deeply about the meaning of sex and sexuality in character design, what that tells me is that you have not understood any of my criticisms and you haven't actually listened to very much of my work. You just came in, projected an opinion onto me, and left a rather silly comment.